Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 6.2, solve linear systems by substitution, part 1. If you want part 2, part 3, you need to email me here. 6.2, solve linear systems by substitution. Here is the standard for this lesson. This is part 1, and we have a 36-point skill sheet here, and we have 0 points of notebook. And then teachers, here is the bell work for this lesson. You want to burn that many calories. The number of calories you burn per minute on different machines are given below. Suppose you have 40 minutes exercise at the gym. You want to use the stair machine and a stationary bike. How many minutes should you spend on each machine so that you burn 225 calories? Give your students 5 minutes to do this problem. Okay, welcome back. The solution to our bell work is upcoming here. This will be the solution to it. X on stair, Y on stationary. X plus Y equals 40, and then 5x plus 6y would equal 225. That would be our, this would be our graph here for that. And then our Y, we figured out a Y. And then for our Y here, it would be negative 5x plus 37.5. So we have two different lines here. You should spend 15 minutes on the stair. This is where they intersect. And 25 minutes on the stationary. So you would have two lines here. Let x equal minutes on stair and minutes on stationary to equal 40. Okay. So solve linear systems by substitution. You solve systems linear equation. So what we have here is solving a linear system using the substitution method. Solve one of the equations for one of its variables when possible. Solve for a variable that has a coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Substitute the expression for step 1 into the other equation and solve for the other variable. Substitute the value from step 2 into the revised equation from step 1 and solve. So here's our steps here. Use substitution method here, so we're going to solve this linear system here, equation 1, equation 2. So solve for y, equation 1's already solved for y. Substitute 3x plus 2 for y in the second, so we put this into here. So x plus 2y is our 2, but then we do our substitution here. So x plus 2 times that equals 11, substitute 3x for y, then we come up with this, 7x plus 4 equals 11, and then 7x equals 7, x equals 1. So now substitute 1 for x in the original equation 1, to y. So we go back into equation 1, and we just put 1 in here, 3 plus 2 would equal 5, so y equals 5, solution is 1, 5. Substitute 1 for x, 5 for y in the original equations. It checks. And then this checks too. So here is our solution there. Okay, our first guided practice. Students, this is for you. Watch how we do the guided practice here. So for our guided practice, here's our two equations here in our system. Y equals 2x plus 5. So 3x plus y equals 10. So now we're going to put 3x plus 2x plus 5 is our y here. You put this into our second equation here, equals 10. Yeah. And then we get 5x equals 5 is what we do. 5x equals 5. 2x plus 5 here. We put this in for our 11 here. And then we combine these 5x. This goes over to the other side, so we get 5x equals 5. Then our x is 1. And then we put that into the second solution. 1, 7. Check. So does 7 equal 2 times 1 plus 5? It does. 7 equals 7, so it does check. 3 times 1. In the second solution, 3 plus 7 equals 10, so that checks as well. So that is the solution. Let's try and use substitution method now with these here. Solve equation 1 for x. So x minus 2y equals negative 6. We're going to solve for x. We move this over here. X equals 2y minus 6. For x. Now we're going to put that in equation 2. Substitute 2y minus 6 for x in equation 2 and solve for y. So we put that in here. 4 times 2y minus 6 plus 6y equals 4. And then we do our distribution here, multiplication. We get 8y minus 24 plus 6y equals 4. We continue to solve for y here. And we get 14y equals 28. And then y would equal 2. So now we're going to solve this system here. Students, you're going to solve this here. Watch carefully as we do the guided practice here. Solve the linear system using sub. So we're going to sub in now. We're going to sub. We're going to say x minus y equals 3. Okay, so we're going to subtract that. We're going to put that into here. Okay, good. That sounds like a plan. Okay, 3y equals negative 9. How do we get that? Well, we multiplied this by negative 3. We got rid of our x's here. This became positive, so this became 3y here. And then negative 3 and negative 6 would be negative 9. So this became 3y equals negative 9. We solve for y. Y equals negative 3 here. And then we put that back into our original. X equals negative 3 plus 3, which equals 0. X equals 0. And the solution is 0, negative 3 for that equations. And then we do our check. Yep, it checks out. So x would equal 0. 0, negative 3 be the solution for that. That's part 1 of our 6.2 lesson. Part 2 and 3 are available here as well as solution PowerPoints and worksheets, tests, quizzes, online tutoring, etc. Thank you.